Hello viewers, welcome back. Today I got here the Can-Am Outlander 570 and I'm going to show you how to install the winch. Let's get to it. Here's everything that comes in the kit. You get your winch, a manual, some wires, a bunch of hardware, your relay, Fairlead. If you'd like the paper instructions, go to the website here and you can print off the paper instructions. I'll show you how it works. To get the paper instructions, I'm just going to go to Google, type in BRP instructions. Then I'll enter my part number here. Click the link, and you can print the instructions from here. There's also a template at the bottom of the page. Click the link here, and here's a template if you need it. To get started, we're going to have to remove a few panels. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the inner fender right there on the right hand side of the vehicle. There's a few plastic plugs holding it in place. And then I'm going to remove the center console right here. Then I'll take the seat off and remove the side panels on both sides. Now I'm going to slide the winch in, making sure the side that the power cables connect to is on the right hand side of the vehicle. And then I'll secure it with these 13mm bolts, a lock washer, and a regular washer. Now I'm going to install the Fairlead with the 8mm Allen key bolts and the 15mm nuts. Next, I'll install a rubber stopper on the end of the cable and then the hook. Now I'm going to connect the blue wire to the blue terminal and the yellow wire to the yellow terminal. Make sure the wires are pointed up and into the machine, not down. Now I'm going to come in under the fender on the right hand side of the vehicle, and I'm going to remove the nut on the top shock bolt, but leave the bolt in place. Now I'm going to come in with the winch relay bracket. As you can see, I already have a screw with a locking washer and flat washer on it. And I'm going to slide this hole here onto the top bolt for the shock. And then I'm going to install this nut here that was provided in the kit and leave it loose. Then I'm going to use this 10mm bolt here, and I'm going to go through the bracket and into the hole on the frame. Now I can tighten up my shock mount. Here's how I have the bracket mounted, through the top hole on the shock mount and with the nut into the frame. Now I'm going to connect the red and the black wire to the solenoid and tighten them down. Now I'm going to attach the yellow and the blue wire to my solenoid. Now I'm going to slide the solenoid onto the screw that we already have on there, and then install the second screw on the other side and tighten them down. Now I'm going to install the rocker switch on the left-hand handlebar. Next I'm going to run the wire harness along the bars. I'm going to follow the rest of the wires and go down towards the winch relay. These two wires here, coming off the rocker switch wiring harness, need to be plugged into keyed power. This little white connector right here is keyed power. So I'm going to unplug this from the cap, plug in my wiring harness, and then put the cap on the other end. I know it's a little hard to see, but this is the wire coming off the rocker switch wiring harness. It is plugged into the main harness of the machine. And then the other wire is going into the white cap there, and that is in case you want to add another accessory. Now I'm going to connect the green and black wire from the rocker switch to the winch relay. Next, I'm going to route my positive and negative battery cables around the coolant hose and towards the rear of the machine. I've routed the wires along the original wire harness. I'll put some zip ties on them afterwards. And then I've fed both the negative wire and the positive wire coming from the breaker box up around the back side of the plastic here and towards the battery terminals. Now I just need to connect the positive wire to the other side of the breaker box, and then we'll put the cover on it and attach the wires to the battery. Before we call it done, let's test it out. Works good. Here you can see I got my wires zip tied, plenty of zip ties, securing them away from the shifter all the way up to the front. I also have my blue and yellow wire zip tied to the frame, follows the frame up, out of the way. Another zip tie holding my control wire up there, and we're good to go. Now you just need to reinstall your plastics, and we're done with this install. If you found this one useful, drop me a super thanks. It goes a long way to helping out the channel. Hit that subscribe button and click up here to watch the next video. This has been my winch install on the Can-Am Outlander 570. Ride safe.